change your prediction for the Bucks? Be honest here.
Yeah.
No.
Shannon.
No. I still got the Saints. I think the Saints are more talented from an offensive standpoint, Skip. I like their overall body of work, and they've been together for an extended period of time. Do I think he'll help? Absolutely. Leonard Fournette caught 76 balls last year. Nobody throws to the running back more than Tom Brady, Skip. We know that goes back to the beginning, from Patrick Pass to all those running backs, the James White, the Deion Lewises. He loves throwing to the running back. So Tom Brady, considering that Leonard, like I said, Leonard Fournette caught 76 balls last year, the running back room, so now they have Leonard Fournette, Ronald Jones, Keyshawn Vaughn, rookie out of Vanderbilt.
Say that again, please.
I don't know. Well, he didn't do too much. Did Vanderbilt win a game last year?
Vanderbilt University.
Did they win a game last year?
They keep winning national championships in baseball. I don't know how they do it, but they just keep on keeping on.
So he should be pitching then, or playing first base or something. Yep. So it's going to be very interesting, but this is a new system, Skip. The box should be lighter because you have Tom Brady, you have those two guys outside, you have Gronk, you have the tight end. So I believe he'll be running into a lighter box than he ever ran in Jacksonville. Can he stay healthy? He seems to always have these little ticky-tack, knick-knack injuries, Skip. He ran a foul, and maybe that's Tom Coughlin and the way they do business down there, but it seems like he was always in the doghouse for maybe missed practice or showed up late or something. He was always on Jacksonville's bad list or something for some reason. But for me, Skip, I'm going to say the Saints still win the division because I love the addition of Emmanuel Sanders. I love Jared Cook. Skip, Jared Cook is better. People don't realize Jared Cook is better than people think. He can.
Who doesn't think that?
You remember that
playoff game?
Yeah, he went to Jared.
Jared Cook?
He made a couple $100,000 on that photo. Ooh. So I'm going to still say the Saints win this division. Maybe do I give them now 9? Do I give this the Bucks 10-6? Maybe, and get that last playoff spot, but they're not winning the division.
Maybe. So, quick stat for you. No NFL team has ever played in a home stadium Super Bowl.
And it still won't.
Until now.
No, they're not happening.
Super Bowl, here comes Tampa Bay.
Oh, Lord.
Tampa Bay playing in Tampa Bay Super Bowl. Here we go. It just happened right before your very eyes. This was the last piece to the Super Bowl puzzle. I'm not sure who has to go here because I fear that my man LaShawn McCoy, Shady as they call him, I'm afraid he's going to have to be shaded out.
Oh, I forgot. I didn't even mention him. Yeah, you're right.
He's 32 years of age, and I still like him, and I thought he was going to contribute to this team. But Leonard Fournette is 25 years of age, and to your point, last year, he caught the 5th most balls among running backs, which is pretty good for 6 feet, 225 pounds, because he's not little Christian McCaffrey.
Because you don't think of him as being a receiving back.
You do not. But he had the 5th most yards and the 5th most catches among running backs. Also last year, he had a game on the road at your Broncos, week 4, in which he went 225 yards on 29 workhorse carries. That's an average of 7.8 per. And he had a big game at Cincinnati, 131 on 29 carries. And then he had a big one at Carolina, 108 on 23 carries. He can ground and pound.
Oh, yeah.
So all of a sudden, you have your stud back. I mean, all he was the 4th overall pick just 3 years ago. And we already know about all the nuclear power you have in Mike Evans, Chris Godwin, who, by the way, Pro Football Focus ranked Chris Godwin last year the #1 receiver in football. You have the GOAT of tight ends, Gronkowski, who is only 31, and I still think he's got 3 or 4 high-quality years. Well, you lasted to 35.
Yeah, but I didn't have the injuries that he had.
You're still winning a Super Bowl in Baltimore. At what age?
But 32, 33, something like that. But Skip, you got to realize, I didn't have the injuries as far as, he had the ACL, he had the elbow, he's had the back. So
he just sat out a whole year.
Yeah. So we're gonna see if there's any rust. But I like the addition. I do.
And again, we read all the stories about all the issues that Leonard Fournette caused in Jacksonville under the Tom Coughlin my way or the highway regime.
He's suing for the money that they voided for whatever reason.
Now, Bruce Arians gets the benefit that Bill Belichick got the last 19 years in New England. He's got Tom Brady, so to speak, sort of overseeing the locker room. And Tom Brady will make sure that Leonard Fournette gets that we're going to do it this way. because he'll love Tom Brady and Tom will love him, but Tom will make it clear in the locker room, we have to do it this way if we're going to go win that championship, right?
See, Skip, see what you just said? You said culture plays a big part in winning and losing.
Well, sure it does.
Oh, but we've been trying to say that. There's another thing that culture plays a role in the system that we're trying to get turned around.
Oh.
Yeah, you see how the culture?
Okay.
It is
I'll buy that.
This is the way we do things.
Okay.
But go ahead, carry on your point.
I got it. The other thing that everybody else is overlooking that also will be lifted spiritually by Tom Brady is the defense. I think it's top 5. I think it is loaded, and Todd Bowles is a top 5 defensive coordinator. He is top 5 to me.
The secondary is suspect.
Okay, but look at the front 7. Can we talk about a Shaq Barrett who led the NFL in sacks? Can we talk about Ndamukong Suh, who's not too old to be a force in the middle? Can we talk about JPP? Can we talk about Vita Vea? And you don't think Levante David is a stud? How about
give him
Devin
LSU.
White out of LSU? Whew.
They got some thumpers. They got some guys that can come in here.
They got firepower. The last, was it 8 games last year? They were top 5 defense in productivity. Again, the team went 7-9. Well, you give Brady all these weapons plus Leonard Fournette, they're going to win the NFC South.
Well, Shaq Barrett's going to get a little bit more attention this year than what he got last year. By the time they realized that, man, Shaq Barrett is pretty good. I mean, the Broncos knew they were good. He was good, Skip, because remember, they didn't want to give him up because they had a trade on the table at one point in time for Joe Thomas, and they didn't want to give him up because he was a valuable backup to D. Ware and Von Miller. But, you know, they take Bradley Chubb, and so there was no room for him. But Shaq can rush the quarterback. He can rush the quarterback. I believe the line going to slide towards him, and that's going to give JPP an opportunity. That'll give Ndamukong Suh opportunity. Is Ndamukong Suh the same pass rusher that he once was? No, Skip. He can have spurts here or there. He's still a solid defensive player, but he's not what he once was. We're going to see how well JPP coming off. I think he had back surgery. He had a surgery or something last year, missed a few games. But they're secondary. Now, the question is, it go hand in hand. I don't have to hold up a long time, Skip. If I got a front seven, they can go get the quarterback.
That's true.
So if they can put pressure on the quarterback, you're not going to ask a whole lot of your secondary. But if they can't, it could be in for a long evening.
The momentum is in Tampa Bay.
Ain't no momentum.
Momentum is like crazy in Tampa Bay. I respect what New Orleans has on paper. I can go with you. Maybe they're a little better top to bottom on paper, but they don't have the GOAT at quarterback. The GOAT trying to show Belichick how wrong he was.
Well, Leonard Fournette, you know, first game of the season there in New Orleans. That's Leonard Fournette hometown. You know, I got to show out for anytime you go home, you got to show out. You got to try to show out.
Well, thank you.
Cam Jordan said, I'm going to put a stop to that, though.
Oh, is he?
Yeah, Cam Jordan and DeMario Davis is going to put a stop to that.
You just unmade your own case?
What?
You just said he's going to show out?
I said he going to want to show out. Yeah, but we got to make sure, But you can't come, hold on, you can't come to my house. I don't care if you used to live there and show out in my house. Where you do that at?
I got Brady over Breeze in that.
I do not. And we got some cases on that one.
By the way, we got that game on Fox.
That's right.
Here we go. This is it.
I might even have to turn the sound on.
Really?
I want to hear Cam Jordan when he come up and put the pads on top. Clack, clack. I need to hear this.
You need to put the sound on always, Shannon. I feel like, right? You might be missing something if you're not listening.
I'm not missing anything.
Guys, I actually want to talk about the other Bucks in the bubble because game 2 between the Bucks and the Heat, well, it came down to the very end last night. Let me break it down here. The Bucks tied it with 4 seconds left thanks to Chris Middleton being fouled on a 3-point attempt by Goran Dragic that the Heat couldn't challenge after using it earlier in the game. Jimmy Butler on the other end missed a corner jumper at the buzzer, but a foul was called on Giannis, who appeared to slightly brush Butler, and the Bucks were also out of challenges. Butler made both free throws with no time remaining to win, go up 2-0.